Hello, folks, and welcome, and thrice welcome. Hope you are all doing well. No camera right now, it's pretty late. But I would like to give you all a quick update on the market, mostly Bitcoin, the stand of odds. Tomorrow, I will do a bigger update where I will also announce some changes to the community, some very structural changes that will be happening over the coming couple weeks, and of course, an outlook for where we are going with all that. So, first of all, Bitcoin. As most of you know, Bitcoin hasn't been doing a lot, and this is kind of what I expected. I've been talking about total 2, Bitcoin dominance, all that. And as I've said, it will probably be a while before we start seeing Bitcoin moving like it did before again, which is a good thing. We're going to need an alt season, a real alt season that is now starting. And for this to happen, we need some sort of some stable Bitcoin market, so to say. So, I'm really happy to see it. I'm rather happy that we are now in for Bitcoin stable market, and we have room for alts to grow. I really have not much to add here. I think we will still be ranging for quite a while, especially now that Ethereum is really picking up, doing well. I believe that most of the new money will flow into that market, into Ethereum, into other alts that could possibly be mooning very soon. We've seen TRX, we've seen some couple other good calls that were on. So I'm not gonna get much further in that. I don't think much will happen. No target chats, no breakouts. I want to take a look at the total too. Total 2, altcoin market cap. We finally have a breakout. I've been drawing this for weeks now. Been really excited for this. I've been waiting for this break, and now as we speak, it is happening. Target is still at 1.18 trillion. Never expected that I would have to say that word, but apparently I do. So yeah, quite a long way to go. Bitcoin dominance. I'm just rushing through this because I've discussed this in my previous streams as well, has now finally started to drop. I've marked this area here right around 60 and 59%. Finally managed to break that area, and Bitcoin dominance is now on its way down. So congratulations, we have started the alt season. Really happy about that. Now, what I expect that will happen is as follows. I think first the major alts, and think about TRX, Litecoin, Ethereum, are going to start their moves. So I will focus on that in this stream. And tomorrow I will go deeper into other smaller caps. But for now, I just want to give a general overview of what is happening. Now, as I've said, Ethereum has been ranging after its massive breakout here for quite a while, and it ranged longer than Bitcoin did. In fact, Bitcoin went straight to the 1618, which for Ethereum would be around like 3100. 3100 is what I expect for this first leg up. However, that being said, we completely blasted away the first target on Bitcoin. So 5,000 in the coming 1 or 2 months is definitely not out of the question. It's okay to enter some longs here. Obviously, I've already posted that in my group a couple days ago. I made a sheet for the members on new positions they could take, and Ethereum is one of them, and is now, well on its way up. I'm not going to do any profit taking at all until 3100 USD. I don't expect that I will take big profits there. The first real profit taking will be at 5,000. And after that, 6,800. This is going to be a long-term trade. If you want to do it leveraged, max 3x, now is a good time to enter, or it will be too late. Next, Litecoin. Very interesting. Litecoin has been creating a similar pattern to Ethereum, except it has not broken its all-time high yet. This has been something we've been in for quite a while now. It's been in on the sheet for a couple months, and this one required real patience. However, we've painted a massive bull flag here. There's a nice little wedge that has now resolved. So, as far as Litecoin goes, definitely expecting a lot there. I just want to lay out some targets on this one. In order to do that, I'm going to have to switch to Coinbase. Don't usually do this, but we have a lot more market data here. And I've actually already painted out some targets. What I did was draw a Fibonacci retracement over this entire move. It's fine to measure this and set targets accordingly. For Litecoin, I do believe that the first real profit taking should happen at around 600. There's no reason at all not to expect Litecoin to break the all-time high, especially considering that we now have access to massive institutional money. And this capital is hopefully going to drive this up. Litecoin used to be silver. Obviously, Ethereum took the second place now, but we can still expect quite a lot from this. So it's okay to enter here, especially since we just broke this wedge, this very nice bull flag that we've got going on here. Let me paint that. And the first target on this wedge, if we do it short term, I know there's a couple of futures traders out there. I will just take a Fibonacci extension. So keep in mind, this is not a retracement. This is a trend-based Fibonacci extension. And the first short-term targets should be right around 280. And after that, the 1618 is at 491. So write that down if you want a Litecoin trade. This will definitely run. I'm expecting that we will, once we break the 230 levels, have an absolute blast, because I do not believe this area here is going to provide much resistance at all. Most of the volume happened at lower levels, and we have to break through that volume in order to get to our targets. Now, next in line, I'm going to rub this in your faces because I got quite a bit of pun on Twitter for this. Jeffrey, how could you say TRX? It's dead. It's wrecked. Well, here you go. We are currently up right around 200% on the USD mark. A little bit more since the members call. The members call happened somewhere right around the 38 cents mark. So that would make for 279%. It's okay to take a little bit of profit here, but if you look at TRX on the long term, let's pair it against Bitcoin. There we go. You see that we are still nowhere at all. This is nothing. We just broke a major trend line. Let me just put this on the weekly for you, so you have a little bit a clearer view. As you can see, and I've drawn the trend line out here. We only just barely broke through, so we have about 2.5, 3x out of my head. Yeah, 2x to go from this level. Hopefully, this will make a nice 4x from our entry. The main resistance here is currently sitting right around the 236 mark. As you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 touches on the Fibonacci, which makes this a heavy support resistance. So if you entered, right when we did, a good profit taking area, at least take a little bit of the table, especially if you're on margin. Oh, I have to set this right. Please allow me. Would be around 319. 319 is definitely a place to be if you are on margin. Just in case we do not break that level again. The risk is always there. You never know what could happen. Other than that, I plan to let it run to 600, and depending on the severity of the pump, possibly, who knows, new all-time high, 1600. Never know, right? We're in an alt market. Anything could happen. Propolis, USDT. Called this about 2 weeks ago on Twitter. Before that, even in my group. But it's on a steady grind still, and this is basically how pumps start. If you take a look at SAN, for example, Take a look at Sand. It had a very similar run. Massive spike at the beginning, about 200%, and then a decline, slow and steady rise up until, when this happened, and we all were very happy. We can now see the same pattern appearing on Acropolis paired against USDT. About a 300% pump, decline, slow incline, starting to gain some traction, and I would be hoping to see some real targets soon. Now, what that could be is hard to tell. This will be uncharted territory, but my first target that I'm aiming at is right around 17 cents. So I'm not sure about futures margin entries right now, but yeah, 17 cents is where I expect it to head. And then finally, because I don't want to drag this on for too long, I want to talk about Coty. A little bit of a bummer here. We made a big breakout. Currently back inside the trend line. What could possibly happen here is that this is just a fake out to push people out of the market. I'm going to remain in position unless we break the 0.5 mark. Target still the same. Just be patient, guys. That's all I can say. Patience is key here. So tomorrow evening, I will do a fresh live stream. Will be extra long. Lots of announcements, lots of good news. And as always, I wish you happy trading. Thank you for watching.